to bring people together. I feel like that's one thing I can do. I feel like I can mix my friends really well. But I feel like with the Ghanaian women, whenever I invited them out, they felt like I was a man. Okay? They felt like, since you're inviting me out, you need to be buying my drinks. I am not your man. Right. So I feel like it didn't work like that.
This is the second time I've heard that.
That same thing?
The last interview, another girl said the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Yeah. I don't know what it's about, but I feel like it might be the culture. Let me not say that. It might not even just be, I'm going to say Ghanaian women because that's what we're talking about. I feel like, I don't know if it's, if I'm inviting you out to somewhere.
Right. If they expect that person.
Exactly, to take care of it. But I feel like that's communication because I would have told you, like.
No.
Bro,
right.
We both out here trying to finesse, okay?
Exactly.
But I feel like they don't want to miss out. But I feel like the communication isn't really there. And I also feel like it might also, I haven't really experienced it, but I heard that, people that are, Ghanaian women, it's more of a competition too.
Yeah. You feel that?
And it don't need to be.
Yeah.
It don't need to be at all.
I'm not competing for a man.
I don't want you. No, I'm not. I don't want you.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lala, and as you know, I've been journeying through Africa from East Africa to West Africa. Today we're here in Ghana with CandidJewel.
Period.
Okay. And I'm gonna have you introduce yourself to the people.
So I'm CandidJewel. You can catch me on all social media platforms as CandidJewel, but definitely what I try to do is, I consider myself a diaspora influencer. I definitely feel like it's important for people to not basically understand yourself and your story. We've been told a lot of different things about, where we come from. And I feel like it's important that even if you believe it or not, you should definitely come to where the other black people are and see, how they live, what the culture looks like as well. But I want to definitely be able to be a part of the bridge that's being built of, the states and Africa joining together and becoming one. But I also want to make sure everybody creates their own path as well, because I think that a lot of people do things based on what other people want them to do and not for what they really want to do.
Yeah. Right. So how long have you been in Ghana?
3 years this month. This month's been 3 years.
That's a long time. I didn't even know you were here that long.
Yeah.
So what pulled you here initially? I know it's a long time back, but what pushed you here?
So I would say that COVID happening pushed me here. It gave me the idea that maybe I should go ahead and take a leap of faith and try something different. I was working for a major airline in the States, and at that time, COVID was happening. They were kind of going bankrupt. So they were asking their employees to take a leave from the company. But there was a lot of benefit that came behind it, that if you took a leave, you would keep your flight benefits, your healthcare benefits. They would pay you a portion of your salary as well. And I just knew that it was my opportunity to try something different. I wasn't trying to get sick either. So I was like, let me take that time off.
The perfect place to go, right?
Yeah.
So how are you liking it so far, 3 years in?
So I definitely feel like I'm a little bored. I feel like I've mastered Ghana.
Yeah.
Now, some people might say that I haven't because I've only lived in Accra, but I feel like I've lived so many different places in Accra. I haven't lived in Kumasi or Takoradi or anything like that, but I probably wouldn't anyway. I feel like those are places I would actually live. I feel like I've, came, saw, and conquered Accra, so I think it's okay to try something else.
I mean, Africa is big, so you gotta test out every place to see what really suits your personality, and just to travel and learn about different cultures and countries, because Africa is not monolithic. It's one big place. It's very similar, but in certain ways, but everybody has its different, every country has its different style. So where do you think you will go next if you decide?
So I feel like what I would do is, I think that I'm kind of in between a couple different places. I've thought about Senegal. I think my hesitation with Senegal would only be the language, but there's a really, 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 really big diaspora community in Senegal. I would say that. So Dakar.
So you want to stay in West Africa, basically?
Oh, no. Because I also thought about Kenya. So Kenya is also on the list as well, but more Mombasa.
I've been there. I've been to Kenya.
because of I like nature, and I like a lot of views, and I feel like I'm used to more views of like, you know, skylines and things like that, but I think that Mombasa gives you a different landscape, more greenery. Yeah. And that's what I do appreciate being here in Ghana, is that different type of, you know, view. I mean, I also thought about South Africa because I've been there before. Yeah. And it's a lot more, it reminds me more of the States. You know, it's more modern, you know what I mean? I feel like it operates on the same type of system as well. So those are the 3 in Africa that I am considering. Yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't discourage people from coming here, though?
Oh, right? No. This is gonna definitely be the turn up. Okay. Ghana's gonna definitely always be the turn up. But,
so what is the major differences between America and living in Ghana?
I would say the number one thing I miss is Walmart. I really, really miss Walmart.
That convenience.
The convenience of everything being in the same place. I can get my bras and panties all in the same place.
Exactly.
Okay, you can do everything there. I know they don't do the 24-hour Walmarts anymore, but that's one thing I did like about Walmart. I was able to get up and go get some snacks at the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, now I gotta go to the gas station. You know?
Exactly.
So, but I definitely feel like that's one thing I'm missing about being here. Like, there's stores, but I have to go to different stores to get everything.
I can't stand that. Yeah. But what about relationships? What has been your experience with relationships, and how does it differ from the relationships in America?
Okay. So I'm going to talk about my last relationship. It was with a Ghanaian. I met him in 2019 when I came here for Afro Nation. But he was annoying. Okay. He was so annoying. Like, I think it was also time. Like, at that time when I met him, I was also dealing with somebody here. Yeah. Not really, like, seriously, but, like, since I had came, I had met him, this other guy, at the beginning of my trip. And so he was, like, the person I was giving more attention to. Yeah. And then I met this other guy at the end of my trip, and he was wanting most of my time, but I couldn't because I had a boo. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like he didn't really understand, like, if I'm not hitting you back, chill. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not giving you attention, chill. You know what I mean? Like, read between the lines.
So he was needy?
I don't think I would say he was needy, because I feel like he wanted to get to know me. You know what I mean? I feel like he wanted to get to know me.
You know what it is? I think they're used to Ghanaian women having a lot more time because they're not used to Ghanaian women like being career women.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people ask me, "Do you have a husband?"
Yeah, not yet. Say that. So not yet.
This is my husband.
Okay.
This work is my husband. You know, but they
life.
don't understand that. Like, they think, you know, someone occupying your time if they don't have your time. So I think that's it. So how does it differ to the dating experiences you've had in America?
Okay, so that's how I met him. I met him at Afro Nation, and then I left Ghana, and we kind of like lost contact. And then I moved to Ghana, and I had posted something on social media, and he responded like, "Oh, I would like to take you out for ice cream or whatever." And I'm like, at that time I was looking for an apartment here in Ghana, and it was a struggle. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let him help me, because he's a Ghanaian. He can navigate the system. He take me for ice cream. You know what I mean? I might as well go ahead and play that role. Right. So that's how we actually started talking. And then after like 3 months, we started dating. We got more serious. Then we moved in together. So it kind of went really, really quickly. But I'm going to compare that relationship to my last relationship that I was in the States. We also lived together. This other boy, we lived together too. So I lived together for 2 guys. This is the only 2 guys, okay? Okay. 2 guys. I feel like the similarities is I would say that they both want to be the head of the household. Right? I feel like I would definitely say that. And I appreciate that, because I'm very alpha woman. And I feel like I can be the head of the household, but I want my man to be that. Like, that's really what I want. Yeah. So I enjoyed that. I feel like with the disadvantages, I would definitely feel like the Ghanaian guy here wanted to be the head of the household, but financially he couldn't be the head of the household. You know? But he was able to step up in other ways. Yeah.
So they are manly. There's just sometimes disadvantage.
Yes. Okay. And I feel like in the States, with the guy in the States, he was already where I wanted him to be. With the guy here, I would have to be a little bit more patient and understand the potential and actually appreciate for him for who he is right now. And
so would you call that struggle love?
Ooh, girl.
I'm just asking.
Struggle
you know
love.
They have that terminology in America.
They do. I wouldn't say that was
but
show
I don't
love.
think it is, though.
I wouldn't say that either, because I feel like even though I wasn't getting the financial from him like I wanted him to,
he was still playing.
He was
his
still
part.
doing something.
That's what another girl said in the previous interview I had, was that
he was still making up in different
manly.
ways.
Like, they're still manly.
And that's what I appreciate, because I feel like in the States would make it different. You know what I mean? If it came to dishes, a man might feel like it's like a woman's role to do that. You know what I mean? But the one here felt like, you know what? I might as well help fit in, like get in where I can fit in. You know what I mean? Let me take up the dishes, So I feel like they're more understanding when it comes to that as well. So
what about friendships? Like, have you easily assimilated with the Ghanaian women? Why?
No, I feel like I have like 2 Ghanaian friends. One is actually from the States, and then she's like Ghanaian, but she lives here now. And then one is actually like a Ghanaian, but she dated an American. That's how I actually met her. But I've noticed with the Ghanaian women that, I like to enjoy life. I like to party. I like to turn up. I like to bring people together. I feel like that's one thing I can do. I feel like I can mix my friends really well. But I feel like with the Ghanaian women, whenever I invited them out, they feel like I was a man. Okay? They felt like, since you're inviting me out, you be buying my drink. I am not your man.
Right.
So I feel like it didn't work like that.
This is the second time I've heard that.
That same thing?
The last interview, another girl said the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Yeah. I don't know what it's about, but I feel like it might be the culture. Let me not say that. It might not even just be, I'm going to say Ghanaian women, because that's what we're talking about. I feel like, I don't know if it's, if I'm inviting you out to somewhere.
Right. If they expect that person.
Exactly, to take care of it. But I feel like that's communication, because I would have told you, like.
No.
Bro,
right.
We both out here trying to finesse, okay?
Exactly.
But I feel like they don't want to miss out. But I feel like the communication isn't really there. And I also feel like it might also, I haven't really experienced it, but I heard that, people that are, Ghanaian women, it's more of a competition too.
Yeah. You feel that?
And it don't need to be.
Yeah,
it don't need to be at all.
I'm not competing for a man.
I don't want you. No, I'm not. I don't want you. Okay,
right?
Like, my thing is, I don't want what you want. Like, I feel like we still want different things. Like, we're still from different cultures.
Exactly.
So you might, be looking for something different in a man that I'm looking for.
Exactly.
So I don't even want people to feel like I'm coming here trying to take their man.
Right.
Because guess what, boo boo? They don't want you for real anyway. It's like, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But men want what they want.
Yeah, but it is a competitive, and that has something to do with like the patriarchal society. There's here, like, they have to, a few different women, have to get with some men for stability.
Yeah, right.
Stability.
Right. And that's okay too.
Yeah, there are a lot of career women here in Ghana, but then there's the other half that, needs a man for that stability. So if you coming for her man, she think you coming for her stability.
And he wasn't your man if I could get him. But crazy. I'm just saying, like, I'm being serious.
No,
though.
I know you're.
You know what I mean? Like, it's true. Like, at this point, these men for everybody. Because that's one thing about these Ghanaian men.
You can't really guard a man. He's gonna choose who he wants.
And not even that. I feel like dating here in Ghana, like, single and married men do that. Like, they date. So, like, they for everybody, for real.
You really believe so? So you don't think there are any good men?
Oh,
of course, there's a rare few, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It's a rare few.
We gotta be on the same page.
This applies to America too. They act the same way in America.
Yeah, those are the similarities.
So it's like black people are the same all around the world, really. But what's your biggest challenge being here in Ghana?
I say this everywhere I go. I feel like housing is some BS in Ghana. Like, I feel like it's like the worst thing, and I feel like, but that's also the best business opportunity in Ghana too, because nobody regulates housing. Nobody regulates it. So if we are in an area, we're in East Legon right now, if the house next door is $500 per month, right? The one on the other side of here could be $2,000 per month. So they're not, like in the States, there's an area, you know what I mean? Like, everything in the same vicinity is going to be about the same. Or if they have a washer and dryer, the next place might have a washer and dryer. They're going to have the same type of, like, you know what I mean? Like, the same type of, like, minimum or maximum. Yeah. But here, whether it comes to, how much it is to rent, but also making your own rules and your own lease, you know what I mean? Like, your own agreements, like, all that thing is not regulated. So the other problem is that they say that you're not supposed to charge 2 years or even 1 year advance for rent here. That's supposed to be a law. That's supposed to be plain and simple. Everybody know that. But if you go and tell the landlord that's asking for the $2,000 up front, like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing that, they're going to be like, well, you ain't got to take it. But the thing is that somebody else will. So there's no way to even, like,
regulate anything. So nothing is set in stone.
At all.
You know, and it can be very unprofessional.
Oh, my gosh. And that's just the monetary, right? I'm not even talking about the searching for a place. Okay, that's a whole nother headache.
Yeah.
And that's this, like, when I first got here, that was like my number one thing, was trying to find a place. Like, I've been here 3 years and I've lived 7 different places, which is ridiculous.
Right.
It's ridiculous. I can understand if I move every year, that would be 3 places by my choice.
That's why I settled down in Coco Prete as fast as I did, because it's like they already had a place available and it was like, bam. So if you do want a faster housing, getting in a house, I would suggest going to the suburbs. But then you got to deal with trying to travel to the city.
Yeah, you know, I'm a city girl.
Yeah,
okay?
I am. I like the city life too, but I'm now searching for something like in between the city and the suburbs. Yeah. So what's your biggest culture shock here?
I would say my biggest culture shock would have to be men and women urinating outside.
I was like, wow, I was so shocked when I seen it. Women, I don't see many women, but I have seen the men, like, just on the side of the street.
I think that's really, like, I guess it's convenient. I ain't got a dick, so I feel like maybe it's just really convenient for them. But I feel like even women, I see them pulling up their dress and just squatting. I'm like, you're not gonna wipe or nothing. Like, I just feel like I don't like it. And then I just feel like even the whole urination system, some places, like Purple Pub, for example. Purple Pub is cool, but it's literally their bathroom is a hole in the wall. The toilet is like a hole, like a porta potty. You know what I mean? Like, but not a porta potty. Toilet. It's like a hole in the ground. You know, so that kind of thing is like really like strange to me.
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever get used to it. I definitely feel like now I'm more mindful of using the bathroom before I leave, or when I get home, because I don't know what you're walking into when you're walking into the bathroom.
You never know.
Okay, well, another culture side. I want to tell you guys.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to tell y'all. So, you know, so I'm also an on-air personality for 3 Music TV. And one of the topics they were talking about was schooling and boarding schooling. That a lot of people here, the good education, like for high school and middle school, would be at a boarding school. But kids can go to boarding school as young as 5 years old. Yeah. That's so strange to me. Yeah. Like, why would you let that even happen?
What is the boarding school? Like, what does that mean?
Okay, so that means that you're going off to college, but really for high school or elementary school. So you're just going to somewhere where you stay. Like, you house there, you go to school, just like college. You know what I mean?
At 5?
5!
Wow, that's crazy.
But I also understand that, you know, the people that have kids, they have jobs to tend to. They don't have, you know, time to be picking up their kid from school or taking them to school, or maybe they don't have enough funds to be able to take them, like to have like a housekeeper or something like that, you know? So they feel like they're going to send their kid off to get that good education. But what they go through during these schools, like, that are off, like, okay, what the students go through is crazy to me too. So high school, okay? High school, they go to boarding school, and if you're a freshman, you might have a senior that is basically like your mother, right? So, like, if I'm a senior and you're a freshman, I would have like 3 kids, like 3 younger kids underneath me. And they would do things for me, whether it be wash my clothes, you know, give me your food that you get, like, give me the money that you got from your parents, like, go and do this. Like, they literally make them as slaves. Like, I just think about me myself. God. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust
I could not do
with
that.
My kids that
I could
long.
never do that.
I do have a babysitter, but, you know, I had to build trust with her. Yeah, she's cool. Yeah. She'd be like, I love Auntie. I love Auntie. Okay.
How old is your daughter?
She's 3.
Okay.
That's the only reason I feel good leaving her with someone, because she can communicate.
She can talk.
And she tell me everything.
That's good. How did you find her?
Through the neighborhood. Okay. I just kept watching her to see her behavior, her temperament. I don't play.
Okay, that's good.
About my child.
That's good. So does she live where you live, or do you just call her when
she lives where I live, and then she just comes. She's 2 minutes away.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. And she takes her with.
So what you gonna do when you move to the city?
I may have to take her ass with me.
Yeah, you might have to. If she's like working for you, you might have to.
Just put her in the house.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. So, what would your advice be for anybody that's planning to move to Ghana? You know, and they're not fully prepared and they want to become prepared.
Okay, so I definitely would say that you should come and visit Ghana first, and visit it as if you are coming to live, right? So like get an Airbnb and get it in. I mean, I want to say I would like for you to stay in an Airbnb with the area that you want to live, but that might be hard because this is your first time coming. But I think staying in an Airbnb and, you know, going to the grocery store, going to the market, act as if you are living on vacation. You know what I mean? So you kind of have that experience. I know me, for myself, if I had to do it all over again, I would make sure I had an income solidified monthly. Like, you know that you're not coming here to find a job. You're not coming here. Like, you can. But I feel like if you're coming here and you're finding a job and you're wanting to, like, work at a Ghanaian-based job and not like a foreign-based job, you want to make sure you have another income coming in that's going to hold you down too. So whether it be, you know, something you can do online, or if you start doing e-commerce, or, you know, you're blogging or vlogging and doing different things like that, make sure you have like a solidified income.
Yeah. So how much money do you think people need to move to Ghana?
So with me, I think that the biggest expense is housing, because you have to pay for a year in advance. So I know, like, right now, my budget for a year is about $3,000 to like $6,000. So I would say that if you have that, and you have, let's say $6,000. That $6,000 is going towards your housing for the year. But you're still going to have an income because you already solidified that. Right. So I feel like that's what I would say. Because I feel like housing is the biggest expense for me here. So I feel like if you have somewhere to live, I mean, you can figure everything else out.
$6,000. That's all you need.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think, girl, I came with less.
I know, I saw 4,000. But I think that's okay, though.
Yeah, but I'm used to taking risks, so don't follow me. Follow her.
No. Follow her, because she got the baby, okay?
Yeah,
she got the baby. I got no responsibilities but Jewel, okay? That's it.
But I'm in a village, too, you know, so if y'all coming to live in a city, come with $6,000.
Yeah. I think
so, any final advice you have for the people?
So, you know, I'm really all about love right now, and, you know, I'm looking for love. So, you know, if you got an uncle or a daddy or a brother or somebody,
she's manifesting it, y'all.
You know, he coming. You know, and I don't mind going anywhere in the world. Let me tell you that. As long as he black skinned, that's all I care about, okay? But I definitely feel like if you're coming to Ghana, and you're, you know, single, and you're also looking for love, it's definitely possible. But just be patient. Like, I definitely feel like when you're packing your bags, even if you're not looking for love, when you're packing your bags to come here, make sure you're packing your common sense along with you as well. Do not leave it in the States anywhere. Bring it with you in all aspects, whether, you know, business, you know, negotiating, love, all that stuff. Make sure that you're also, you know, making sure you're being mindful and bring that wisdom with you.
And if you guys want to see more of her, make sure you check her out on her YouTube channel at CandidJewel, and she'll be talking about love, Pan-Africanism, all different topics. If you like my content, you'll like hers as well. So make sure you guys check her out. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and one love.